Hello and welcome back everybody to another stream of FTB One with the T.A.C. on our SMP, and we are ready to go. Alright, I wanted to cycle some librarians here, make sure they keep curing, and today's goal is to work on a lot of inner projects of the base, not as much structural building. Maybe we'll get to it if this ends up being a long stream. There's a chance we'll have the time. But who knows? We'll see. It all depends on how I'm feeling. But I wanted to start off first by installing the bottom section of our CERTUS quartz farm. Now the top section is purely for CERTUS quartz dust. And the bottom is going to be for CERTUS quartz crystals. There's some tricks we can use with annihilation panes and storage to make it so they only mine the crystals. And how we're going to do that is first we need to open up the bottom. So why don't we start with that? And once everything is opened up here, in fact, it's gonna be kind of a mess, so I'm just going to do my best to break these blocks without tearing apart the whole system. In fact, maybe we'll tear out the bottom entirely, just to give us the room we need to set this up. Or you know what? I think we can do this. I think we can work with what we got, space-wise. If anything, I think we have the personal shrinking device that we can bring ourselves down to a smaller size to maneuver inside. But let me queue us up a few annihilation panes, and something we need to do that we haven't even done with these top pairs is get fortune on the annihilation panes. So let me make a few nope. I'm just gonna type pane. Does that give it to us? Maybe we never made a pattern for them. Let's see here. It should just be one of the first results, but I am also notoriously blind at missing these things. Let me type at AE2 and double check my spelling here. Oh, plane. ANN. There we go. Why don't we see how many we're gonna need? In fact, I think we have another flawless budding CERTUS to fill in the last square in our CERTUS farm. And it should be 16 now that I think about it, and there should be 16 channels on this. Perfect. So we just need one more annihilation plane. Oh, turn off the magnet. Turn off the magnet. Dang it. Hold on, guys. I'm totally picking up items here. Why don't we come to our magnet filter and blacklist redstone. Yeah, pick up filter and insert filter. Want this on both of them. Redstone. Charged. And nether quartz. This way I can keep my magnets on around the base without having to worry about picking up these items. And then in our other magnet, which for anyone curious, I took off the strength ring because I was tired of the particle effects, as well as I took off my instant nether portal charm so that I can actually fly through this to the outside. With the instant nether portal charm, I would instantly teleport. Get out of here. Oh dear. And I didn't want that. Well, let's open our advanced magnet and blacklist redstone. Oh no, I can't do it that way. Okay. That's alright. I need redstone, nether quartz, and charged CERTUS. Set them to blacklist. Okay. Now, theoretically, with our magnet systems on, we should be able to... I'm gonna have to fix this because this got messed up. Let's request an annihilation pane and we shouldn't pick up the items. Oh, and Fluix crystal. we gotta add that too. Gotta add the end result, right? Okay. Now we should be okay. I'm gonna put the Fluix crystal in the item collector. And I'm gonna request a few more Fluix crystal just to make sure our magnet's working. Okay, it looks like we're good. Okay. Back to the crystals and annihilation panes. Now the thing is to put fortune on these. I'd like to use my library of Alexandria, but we don't have many fortune levels. Now I believe we have a fortune villager, and if we don't, we'll try to get one. Let me check. Okay, we need a fortune villager. Is this guy fully clean? Yep. He's got smite. I kind of want to save that. Fully cured, that's what I was trying to say. And what I'll do is cycle his trades until we get fortune. It shouldn't take too long. If it starts to take... Whoa, crescendo of... I kind of want to make a crossbow. Crescendo of bolts sounds awesome. Let's try and find fortune. I don't even care if it's fortune 3 or not right now. And what we'll do is, a lot of people don't know, the Library of Alexandria can be automated. You can pump books into it, I believe. Oh, that was a capturing 5. I should have kept that. But we can set up an auto trader that is auto trading for fortune books and feeds it into the library. We just need the fortune trade. And I'll take fortune 2 or 3, honestly. Gosh, I really wanted chromatic aberration, but we'll keep going here. Just need fortune as a trade. If this takes too long, we're just gonna go for other options. And I'll have to cycle for a fortune trader on my own time. Why don't we quickly see what this guy has? Watch, this guy has fortune, right? No, dang, it was worth a try. All right, unbreaking, worker, magic siphon, chainsaw. So many cool enchants. Eventually I want every villager tradable enchant feeding into our library. Let's see here. I'll give it a few more cycles. Holy cow, what are the odds it would take this long? We even got Riptide. Gotta be close, right? I wish there was like a choose a trade and auto cycle to it. I'm just happy we at least have easy villagers added to the pack to do it this way instead of placing and breaking his workstation. I keep feeling like I'm gonna see it. Just any fortune, man. Any fortune. Okay, I will give up in 10 cycles. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. We tried. I'm gonna have to cycle on my own. I'm just double checking these one more time. Okay. I'm gonna level the ones we do have in case they happen to get fortune. Why don't we buy some lanterns from this guy for decoration? And level him with glass trade for the next one. I'll buy some compasses. Sure. And efficiency. Nice. This guy still needs to level a little bit. Let's buy some glass from him. See what he gets. Luck of the Sea. Nice. This guy still needs to level. See what his final trait is. Riptide. Ooh. And then we need to level this guy. Quick charge. Very nice. I'll buy some compasses. Impaling. Wow, we're getting all the good trident ones. Now, I think we locked in. We wanted to lock in this guy because he has smite. So I'm going to buy some bookshelves. get a few more emeralds. And he has Traveler. Very nice. Wait, he got Traveler twice? I didn't even know that could happen. Must be a little bit of a bug. It's gotta be, right? Now I don't know what to trade from him. Why don't we get some books? Oop, just books. Or book. What I'm going for. And we'll level him by buying Traveler. And then he got Beekeeping, which I'll just buy all those. And he got Luck of the Sea. Okay. Is that 2 Luck of the Seas? Yeah, that's all right. Throw these books in our library. And guys, I'm really excited for the mob farm I have planned using spawners. I think you guys are gonna love it once I get there. I'm gonna try just a couple more times for fortune. It'd really help with what we need to do. It would save us so much time. Just give me a few more, guys. I swear that's all I want. Plaguebringer 9. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna lock this guy in. And then I am going to cure him. Because he still needs to be cured a few times. And we'll just see Silk Touch, wrong side of the spectrum there. Maybe that other villager was cursed, and this is the one, guys. This is the villager. We'll give it a few tries. All right, I think we're gonna have to do this the hard way, folks. Which is, I'm just gonna put Fortune 3 on our Annihilation Panes and buy the books from Shut Doors base. I think is our best bet. Yep, okay. We tried. We tried. Can't say we didn't. Why don't we take off our luck set and put back on our real armor. Fix the FOV here. Still need to fix FOV a little bit. It's still a little crazy. Well, right there. Good enough. And how many levels does Fortune 3 cost? I might be able to do a few from here, but the rest we'll go get from Shut Doors base. So we'll bring some books and some emeralds. And we're going to have to pay a steep price, unfortunately. Hopefully we don't show any spoilers. Gonna look down. And we want the Fortune 3 villager. I've learned my lesson on not shift clicking, because this guy will sell me backstabbing instead. Okay, so we got 12. Which will come to the anvil, and we should be able to throw these on. I know if Elysium was here, he'd be telling us we should be using the Botania enchantment system. But I think we'll use that for higher levels of fortune. And maybe we'll work on a bit of Botania today. But let's Fortune 3 these. And I also need to fortune the top panes. So that's why the Botania mod is going to be fantastic for that. Okay, we need... I actually don't have all the Annihilation planes on me. Not sure where... Oh no, I do. 4, 12, 16. We need a few more fortune books. Which... I'm going to make one a fortune 7. Oh, 2 of them? No, we'll do one as a fortune 7. Then 3, 3, and 6. Use all the rest of the fortune we have. Okay. Now the thing is, we need to create a sub-network here. That is where we're going to create an entirely self-contained network that receives power from the main network but doesn't connect to its channels. And the reason for that is we can control what the Annihilation plane breaks if there is only one form of inventory available. Now, we're going to do a little bit of testing, because you know me, we're going to try to do it with a backpack. Why don't we take this one and make this a netherite backpack? Yeah. Okay. We'll take our netherite backpack here. And the first method we're going to try is if it has a filter on it. Oops. Let's make a pattern for advanced filter and filter. Throw those in our assemblers and try to get one of these. Open the backpack, throw it in, and the setting we want to do is an input filter. I mean, it can be input and output, but we're just going to go for an input filter of allow CERTUS, quartz crystal. I'm going to see if we make a subnetwork here. I'll need some quartz fiber. And I'll need some cable. Nope, not sable, unfortunately. We want cable. So I'm gonna place a... You know what? This is when that shrinking device would be really useful. Why don't we make one? And we'll go down to 0.5 size here. Place our quartz fiber, then our cable. Then we just need a storage bus. The backpack that is set to only take CERTUS quartz crystal and a annihilation pane. So it shouldn't mine this until it's crystal. Perfect. Now we are going to need a controller because of the amount of channels we are going to use. But let's set up some more annihilation panes and some more quartz fiber. Or now that we're getting power over here, we can just use cable anchors. Put some cable anchors as so. And then go, let's see, if I go to place it here, yeah, okay, that works. Place our annihilation panes. And what we need to do is be careful of our channels. It's already at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we can come down to this one. And wiring it up will cause no problem. Now this is where we need a controller. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it down over here. And what I'm gonna do is we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, might have to do this a little differently than what I was thinking. What if we actually put the controller over here? Like so. Then get some of these guys. And for the other side, I'm thinking, so this is only at 4 right now, right? Yeah. We'll get 5, 6, 7, and 8. Make sure we do our cable anchors, which I may have forgot to do over here. Nope, we did them. It's all good, all clean. 1. Not going in. So 2, 3, 4, and anchor. How do I have an annihilation pane left? What crystal did we miss? Is it just this last one? Which what I'll do is put a pane on this side, because this one should only be at 7 channels now. So, place our cable anchor and boop, boop. So now we're getting nothing but CERTUS quartz crystal coming into this backpack. which we are then going to just use a simple import bus. In fact, to keep it clean, I'm going to move this closer. Then take our import bus and a cable right here. Give it some acceleration cards. And it's working. Awesome. I'm now going to take our enriching factory offline. Because we no longer need to turn our dust to crystals, which is what I don't want to do. All of our CERTUS will be provided from our crystal clusters. Something I'm going to do is get rid out of my system all of these. And the chipped, damaged, and leave the rest. Why don't we take a snooze and unshrink ourselves? There we go. Now, I was doing some digging through the pack, and I noticed that Refined Storage has the extra disks mod, which gives crazy amounts of storage. And crazy, so like a netherite crafter is insane, okay? So what I was thinking is, why don't we combine Refined Storage with our applied energistics. Something I do want to add back is our Emmy requester. And once this Fluix craft is done, which it looks like it just finished. What was the odds? I want charged CERTUS. Not as a craft, is what I've now decided. While I do want it to be a craftable pattern, we're going to add an entirely separate charger that is going to just permanently be making charged CERTUS. I'll go ahead and that's what we tore down the enrichment chamber for this system here. So I'm going to just place a charger down. And all we need is a import and export bus. We should have plenty of channel space. And we'll put a import on the top and an export here on the side. And we'll set the export to CERTUS quartz. Give it one acceleration card. Oh, I didn't mean to grab it, but that should work. And the import will grab it as soon as it's finished. I'm gonna really make sure this works fast. So now we can request more as part of a craft, but we'll be receiving some passively. Good, good. Okay. Why don't we enchant our CERTUS Quartz dust panes? Dang, that would mine the whole thing. So I have to take every annihilation pane off manually here. Why don't we just go down the line? And we'll need to go back to Shut Doors base, buy more fortune books. As much as I want my own trader with fortune, I don't have that yet. Unfortunately. Alright, let's go to Shut Doors. Maybe put away my structured compass here. And our personal shrinking device. Then we'll come over to the Fortune 3 trader and buy a few of these books. Oh, see, I even bought backstabbing on accident. 1. Okay, that's all he would trade right now. So we can get a few of these enchanted. I'll put the backstabbing in our library. And enchant a few panes here with Fortune 3. We got 12 of them. And I'm going to throw these back on. Takes a second for the network to come back online each time we place these. Right, I haven't missed any yet. Okay. Place these. These are the ones for the CERTUS Quartz dust. Wait, is that one enchanted? Yeah, it is. Alright. While we wait for Fortune's villagers to reset, why don't we see if this librarian has the cheapest prices yet? They do not. Let's cure them again. And what I want to look at dang, I was hoping for being able to see all the villager trades. That is not the case. Because I'm curious. Why don't we make a trader? A few of them. And see what some profession blocks can be in this pack. So the one I'm most curious in is the AE2 trader, which usually uses a charger. Okay, it did take the charger. Will this be an AE2 trader? Oh, it is. Oh my gosh, guys. I can't even begin to tell you how excited that makes me. Where did this extra librarian come from? I don't know. Oh, one of these was supposed to be a cleric and we messed it up again. Oops. Okay. But now we know that that is the CERTUS Quartz trader. I want to test a hive. Oh, we're gonna need some planks here. Why don't we make a pattern for hive? Okay, that seems to be a valid profession. Nope, it is not. We were able to put the block in, but it is not a valid profession. What about... I'm curious if the auto trader shows the professions. Dang. Because I did the villager egg. Normally, with JI, you come to the villager egg, you press uses on a villager egg, and it'll tell you all the professions. But we are not so lucky. Something I do need to do for our knowledge of death is because I want a villager statue just for the fact that they give emeralds, is take one of these villagers and mob swap him. Oh, I think I got it. Villager DNA. Okay. Yeah, you're not supposed to be a cleric. In fact, why don't we make another Fluix researcher and cure him up here and see if we can't make a villager spawn egg. Just need a chicken to gloriously sacrifice himself for the greater good. And come down to our mob farm. Now, right now we have sheep in here. We got our sheep statue, we have sheep spawn egg. We don't need to worry about sheep anymore. So I'm gonna throw in villager. And we're gonna kill a bunch of villagers. Oh, geez, the knowledge of death. Oh, we got tons of statues. Okay, we're already done. We're already done. We're already done. Clean up the rest of these guys. And we got villager spawn eggs. So like we don't need to worry about this anymore. Go ahead and clean up our inventory. And I'm gonna, oh, we do have to level a statue, which means we'll have to kill a few more. But that's all right. What's our reward? Plague Bringer 5. We'll toss in the library. And take a statue core here. And something I'm curious of is if the mob statue killing mobs by itself levels it up, so I don't have to level these anymore. A real easy test would be to give this one oh dear, come back. To give this statue one level really fast here. Come up here and all we need is the mob killer, which is a diamond sword. So we'll take a diamond sword that, I was gonna see if we had one that wasn't apotheosis, but we don't. So I'll throw that in there. So now it's got mob killer. Can this? Wait, this one's green. Still gives emeralds. Why don't we see if this can kill villagers? What I'm going to do is take my spawner and lower the spawn count down by putting nether quartz in my offhand and the fermented spider eye in the main. Lowering the spawn count, just one, and lowering the max entities, which I believe was a gas tier, down to 1 as well. Or well, however low it goes. There we go. Max entities 1, spawn 1. Place down our statue and see if this works. It's going to be really slow, I think. Oh, yep, it works on it. But we'll leave this for a while. Come back and see if it leveled up. We should check first. Okay, it's at 11 kills. Let's leave that be. And something we should do is keep training our various... Let's see, I'll get pufferfish. Hostile neural network stuff here. I need to set these up downstairs with automation. I'm just being lazy. But I'm loving these generalized overworld predictions. Not just overworld. I'm loving all the various prediction modules because they can be useful for like the chorus fruit. Mainly we're using them for nether stars right now, but they're useful. And then we can obviously put any prediction in here. So like the Elder Guardian, I can choose the various fish. I'm just choosing pufferfish right now. What else? I think Shut Doors Trade Villager should be ready now. Why don't we spend our point on enchantments extracted? We should pray at a grave, do a bit of disenchanting, and then go to Shut Doors base. I think that's the plan. How's that sound? So I'll get some disenchanting books. And some more items to disenchant, which I'm going to do a few swords. And we're going to set up processing for all of these armor item junk we have. Hopefully today, once we mess with refined storage, see what's available, what shenanigans we can pull off. We'll set up processing for armor and weapons and tools. So I'll throw these books in our library. I'm picking up random items. Get some more emeralds. And head over to Shut Door. Avoid spoilers. And buy some Fortune 3. Okay, those are all backstabbing. Head back home. Throw some fortune on the remaining panes. And now our annihilation panes are done. I'll place them down. Well, at least for now, they're Fortune 3. Obviously, we want a higher level of Fortune. We just need more levels here. But why don't we see what the CERTUS Court villager can trade? If it's the same trades I know, he is going to be able to trade Fluix. Okay, charged or silicon as a trade-in. We'll get some silicon. Trade it in here. And there it is, Fluix Crystal. Okay, that's huge. Let's cure this guy again. Level this one up. Ooh, and Skystone. Excellent. And more Fluix. I kind of want to see just how many trades we can get. He needs to be cured again. Oops. And I'll get a auto trader. Start making a few of these. And we're gonna set up in our resource gen line auto traders for various resources. This has definitely killed some villagers. Let's see if it leveled up itself. Okay, it does not. Well, I don't want mob killer on a statue then. I'll go ahead and level a statue myself. Why don't we get some more fermented spider eyes? And some gas tiers to bring this spawner back up to the level we want it at. Turn it off since we're not down there yet. And let's level this statue up to about 16 upgrades. Oh, we never put the statue core. Oh, we just slaughtered all those villagers for nothing, folks. I believe we have one more statue core. Now we can level it up. Like I said, we'll just go for like 16 upgrades. So we can make a max auto farm. Okay, 16. All right. Let's get some statue upgrades. And I know these aren't as good as emerald chickens, but I want all of the statues. We'll go ahead and give it a observer and a hopper, which should make it automation 1. Then we need to add loot to it using bones, flesh, pearls, and gunpowder. So there's looting 5. And then speed is redstone, sugar, and clocks. Perfect. We'll go ahead and throw this down in our statue line. And now we have a villager statue that produces emeralds. Not the fastest, nowhere near as good as a emerald chicken, but that's all right. Our goal is to try to get all the statues. Now our auto traders should be done, which we'll go ahead and put in a line here. Get a little bit of netherrack, go 2 blocks. And it's gonna be pretty simple here. We'll send emeralds in and then pull items out. I might use lasers to make this a bit more compact than the other lines because there is an input. Why don't we finish this row with 4 more traders? All right. Now, in our Emmy requester, I want there to always be 10,000 oak planks. So let me add oak plank, say 10,000 in batch size of, I mean, it's 4 per 1, so we'll do batch size of 80. Another thing is I want there to always be sticks. $10,000, batch size of 100. And I'd like there to always be acceleration cards. At least 100 in batch size of 100. And the reason for that is we're gonna start putting acceleration cards into all of our clusters here. The way I like to do it is we pick one side like this, and we put in all the cards. And then come to the other side and put in cards. And now that one is done. We'll do one cluster every now and then. Not gonna spend too much time on it at the moment. Why don't we, now that the CERTUS is done, the villagers are curing and trading. I do want to see what this guy's next level is. Oh, he sells slime. Okay. But what we're going to do is take these Fluix researchers and set them to... Oops. Set them to... How do I... Oh. I think I do this. And we need a charger. We'll need a couple of these. Change him to Fluix. And now as he receives emeralds, he'll trade for Fluix. Let's see if the other guy's done. We know the last trade's going to be Slime Ball, right? Yep, okay. Add him. Set him to Fluix. And why don't we get set up here so that these are running. I'm going to need some cable. We'll keep bringing the dense cable over and bring just a Fluix cable up. And I think we're going to use lasers for these guys. It'll be a little complicated to set up, but I think it'll be worth it for how compact it'll be. Now, lasers, if we read the book, which why don't we see if it is in our tome? Modonomicon? About using the Hermetica. Whoa. Thurgy. Oh, it's all about divination rods. Okay. All right. Sorry, I got I got a little distracted by that. I was seeing what books we had and I didn't recognize the Modonomicon. All right, let's make the Laser IO book. Add it to our tome. Let's see, where did it put it? Now, a laser node has a max connection range of 8 blocks. 8 blocks here. So what I'm thinking is we're going to use a laser connector because this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 long. So we'll come into around the 7th block and put down on top a laser connector just so that it stays within a slice. Then we'll put a bunch of laser nodes in a line. And we're going to need a bunch of item cards. Why don't we get them ready? we'll need a interface right here, set to be stocked with emeralds. And in our item cards, if we read the book, we can read about overclocking, right? Which if I can find here, because the tick speed is done with overclockers. So card overclockers allow faster ticks. Card overclockers allow tick. And I think I gotta think here, folks. Trying to find the section about node overclockers and why they are needed. Oh, here we go. Ah, if there's multiple... One card per side per tick. Okay, okay. I've got it. I know what we need, guys. Why don't we make some patterns for card overclockers and node overclockers. Put them in our... Oh, looks like I missed a section of acceleration cards. I can tell because it shows the molecular assemblers differently. So let's find where I missed. It's probably these. Yep. So I need some here and probably here. Now, if I go to my pattern providers, nope, we're still missing one. So that one's good. That one's good now. That one's good. Good, good. Let's try to find the one we missed. It's got to be on this side. You already checked that bottom. Did we miss one on the front face? We're looking for any that have the wrong amount of cards. I'm not sure. It's the one with these patterns. I'm just going to hold right click and do some sweeps of the machines here. It is also not full on pattern, so that could be why it's separate too. Let's get back to what we were doing, which I want to make sure we are keeping up on. So this librarian was supposed to be a cleric. Let's remember this end guy is a cleric. I've said that multiple times in the past, and I still forget. But we'll throw this librarian down, who we locked in Plague Breener. And come down here. And item card time. Now the first card, we're gonna need our overclockers. And this card is going to be set to extract on channel 0 in the west face. Let's go ahead and give this some overclockers and increase the transfer amount to the max with the lowest tick possible. And then we'll take a few more item cards here. And we need to insert in the upward face and extract in the upward face and insert on the west face. Now, to keep the card, oh, not that. I needed the other cards. I guess the crafting is overriding. So we gotta wait for the crafts to finish here. Yeah, we just gotta wait. I'm going to overclock the top extractor to make sure that it keeps up. Now, something we're going to need to do is take a laser wrench, which of course it needs a circuit. So we're going to have to wait a minute. But I'll overclock this, up the transfer amount, lower the tick speed, and now it keeps up. Okay. We can go down the line while I'm waiting for things to finish here. Of adding in the upward faces, that's all we need to do. A insert and an extract. Our extracts being overclocked. Our laser wrench, once we have it, is going to connect every laser to this one line and transfer through there, which should be pretty great. But now, with these two traders alone, we'll have a bit of Fluix coming in. We're going to get other dudes set up once we figure out some more professions. Especially an Ars Nouveau trader, which needs a enchantment core. Enchanting core? Nope. What if I type enchant core? Nope. Core. Arcane core. That's what it is. I just wanted to see if we had one, but it doesn't look like it. Because I believe the Arcane Core is the Ars Nouveau Trader profession block. But why don't we come to our laser IO? We should have had a spare logic chip giving us the laser wrench. And what I'm going to do is connect all these to this laser. And now this one... Hello. Ooh. I want it. Diamond helmet, emeralds. Diamond? We've got a few diamond helmets already. And emerald. And then get out of here. Okay. Why don't we see if we have another soul? Not yet, so we'll do this the enchantment extractor way. Throw these in here. And head back down to what I was doing. So both of these are working, trading for Fluix. Why don't we get a trade for one of the other ones I was thinking of? Probably a trade for Lapis. We'd want one of those, since there's no Lapis trader. So we'll need a brewing stand. We'll set up this guy. Set him to emerald to lapis. And once again, all we're gonna need is 2 item cards, and to connect this laser, which I think I can just go like this with that block selected. And they're all connected now, minus this one. And this one. Okay, they're all connected now. I actually want my Akashic Tome there. And then we just need 2 item cards. One set to extract with overclockers. Put both of these in the upward face, and he gets emeralds. Perfect. We're gonna get lots of resources from villager trading, because we're gonna go through and like, I want the stonemason, I want all of them. Now, computer craft. What is the block for the trader? Is it a advanced computer? Let's find out. Let me move this here. Okay, there is our computer scientist. He has a few possible trades, such as chat box and peripheral casing. Monitor. Let's see if we can't get peripheral and monitor. Chat box monitor. Chat box monitor. Monitor. Monitor peripheral. Perfect. Let's lock him in. And I'm going to cure him. This guy we're probably not going to automate. I just want a computer craft scientist. So now that we have one of those, why don't we get a stone cutter? And try to get some of our decorative blocks we'd want. So this one's good. We can buy bricks. Let's see what other so that's the only possible. So we're gonna lock in that. Let me get some more emeralds. See what we get here. This guy trades stone to emerald. We're gonna have to hope for better trades, but we'll get him curing and see what this cleric's at. Still need to cure more. Yo, what's up, Night Fury? How you doing today? Let's get a smithing table a grindstone. And a... Oh gosh, what is the other... I know we need the fletching table. Let's throw these down. What's the tool cutter guy? I'm good. You? Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. Oh, blast furnace. Blast furnace. That's the guy I'm thinking of. Okay, let's throw some villagers in here. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And why don't we look at the trades that start? I just want his later trades. I think we will just trade coal for an axe. Let's get this guy curing. And our toolsmith, I just want his later trades. So let's just get him curing. Okay, we got a few guys going. The Fletcher, we can roll. Let's see what all the starting trades are. Okay, they're pretty simple. We'll do stick for arrow, stick for emerald, and emerald for arrow. We're gonna have to wait till we have more conversion ready. And why don't we set this guy to also have a coal trade? Okay. We're gonna need lots of stonemasons, but basically we gotta wait for curing to finish. So let's start on exploring mixing refined storage with AE2, since refined storage in this pack has the extra discs and extra storage mod, which does mean a netherite crafter. We'll start with the basics, because I'm not the biggest refined storage user. Let's make some patterns. We're gonna need a pattern for all of the raw processors. And we'll do silicon, since it can take AE2 silicon, we'll just use that. And then we're going to need processing patterns for cooking up the various processors. Go ahead and get set up with these first. Do we have room in this smelter? We do. We're gonna have to add another one soon. Our induction matrix blocks should be done. Why don't we add these to our multi-block structure? So currently we can store 34.4 TFE or giga FE. Or not giga, that's one above. Either way, Tera, whatever it is, TFE. Let's add some more to our possible storage limit. And I need that induction casing back. Now we can store 86. Awesome. Gotta store all the power. I'm gonna go ahead and switch this over to Botania. So reset. Oh, it's already reset. Okay. So place store, reset, Botania, place. And I'm going to make sure we are getting mana here. And in fact, maybe we'll use a very basic setup here. We'll get a bottomless, or what's it called? Open crate? Yeah, open crate. Does require living wood. We should probably set up automation for living wood and living rock. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. I want to keep it in the Botania slice. So something we haven't done yet is, well, first let's see if we've gotten any singularities. We've gotten a few, which is good, because we're going to use quantum entanglement for bringing AE networks to our oh gosh, I can speak, guys. By bringing AE networks to the magic rooms that we're making. Let's get a singularity entangled. So we'll need a singularity, ender pearl or ender dust. We'll just use ender pearl. And give me some tiny TNT. And some flint and steel. We'll take this outside. Turn off our magnet. Come to a stone area. Place down our TNT. Make sure both magnets are off. Singularity, ender pearl, light the TNT. And there is our quantum entangled singularity. Oh, we probably did that out of order for the AE2. Nope, that's all the challenge was. Okay. And we're going to make a quantum ring up here, taking some cable up to the top. And then very simply coming out with the dense cable to right there and going, I think we'll do them on this side. No, we'll do it, I've got an idea. We'll do it like this. That way, all the quantum rings we end up crafting won't touch. We'll set up the first quantum link chamber with one of our entangled singularities. And we'll come to our Botania setup, which cuts right here. And we'll go ahead and put a quantum chamber with a matching singularity, a dense cable, a flux point, oops, forgot, we need an energy acceptor, which we haven't made patterns for. Hi Kevin, I'm doing pretty good, how are you? Let's make an energy acceptor pattern, as well as for the cable version. Throw those in here. And get an energy acceptor. And we should be able to just go acceptor point, right? All right, and now it's online. And the very first thing we're gonna do is grab a cable and a P2P port. P2P tunnel and pull out a P2P system here. So I'll need our memory card. We'll get a P2P tunnel. Da-da-da. And da-da-da. Then take our dense cable, and here is our network. First 32 channels for Britannia. Let's go ahead and set up the automation for Living Wood and Living Rock. Using creation and annihilation planes, or sorry, formation planes, we're going to need 16 of these. And we're going to use subnetworks to do this. It's going to be pretty cool. It's going to be pretty nifty, if you would. But what I'm going to need is a dense cable running along the back over to about here. I'm going to need cable anchors. And I'm going to need regular cable. And I just decided I'm actually going to do this two ways. We're going to do two subnetworks, all right? So first we'll make a network here and place anchors so they don't touch. And then a network here. And why don't we color these networks so that we don't forget them? I'm going to need some paintballs. And why don't we get brown and white? We already have some white. Let me make some more. I'm going to grab our paint applicator. Oh, it looks like the brown didn't go into this one. Let me throw this back in, make sure this has a high priority, and throw in brown paint. There we go. Now, if I can remember the controls, let's make this one the living wood. I love subnetworks, guys. They are some of my favorite. And this one, the living rock. I'll need a few more anchors as we bring these cables over. And I'm going to get some quartz fiber, which looks like we need to craft some. You're doing fine? Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. We'll place our quartz fiber here so that these network cables connect but only transfer power. Then I need two interfaces. Oh, because of the way I'm doing this, one block of each of these will not be used. We could remedy that simply by using two controllers, because I want this clean, all right? Put a controller here and a controller here with cable, and go interface. And don't worry, we're going to cable facade all of this. It's going to be nice and clean. And I'm going to bring a cable over here and have this to connect with quartz fiber. Which should bring these online. Oh, yep, there we go. Just took a second. And how this is going to work... Scare the daylights out of me, man. Why don't we buy that Tome of Shadows? I think we need it for a advancement. Clean up our inventory. And I'm going to put with the two interfaces, I'm going to need export buses. Here and here. And to our white network, we will export stone. And to our brown network, we will export oak logs. Now, with the way we have this set up, simply placing these formation panes should cause the network to receive the item once... Oh, yep. I couldn't move fast enough. Give me just a second. I guess we could have done this all on one network, since I ended up putting a controller down anyway. Because we can filter these formation panes to only accept one type of block. So why don't we do that to cut down on channel uses? So I'm going to take out one acceleration card. And we're going to come to all of the stone formation panes, adding stone to their filter. Shouldn't take too long here. And this way I can cut us down to only one channel being used by our system here. I do need access to a pane in the middle, so why don't we shrink ourselves and come in here and set this to stone. And all of these ones will set to logs. So oak log, oak log, oak log. Do that for all of these. The original reason we were doing the two subnetworks again is because I was trying to not use a controller, but since we had to use one anyway, there's no reason to use two networks here. Go ahead and disconnect this guy. And this. And set logs with a capacity card in that export bus. Now, I'm going to take this dense cable, run it over this way. Oh. Almost broke our network. We need a dense coming up and a dense coming over here, but I'm going to add anchors and bring it over to here. Okay. Now, for the annihilation panes to work, We're going to use the same backpack trick we used with the CERTUS quartz. Let me see what I can clean up here out of our inventory. Get us all cleaned up. Okay. We'll need a netherite backpack. So we'll get netherite to upgrade it. And it's going to need stack upgrades. Just a few for now. As well as a filter like we did for the CERTUS quartz. And the way this will connect to our main network, all right, is going to be through a storage bus. Like so. I'm going to need 2 storage buses. Oh, you know what? We could do this a bit of a different way. That's kind of cool. But we'll put down a storage bus on a cable right here. Add a storage bus and our backpack. But before we put the backpack, let's add the filter so that it doesn't fill with everything else. And our filter is going to be set to input and output will only be living wood, log. Right? Is that the wood we're making? Living wood log. Yep, and living rock. And living rock allow. So now, if this storage bus is on this network, it's not going to fill with stone or logs. And then all we have to do is place a interface right here and a storage bus on our, this is our main network, on our main network called recursive networking. And now, since we only allow living wood log and living rock, if we put annihilation panes on all of these, they will only annihilate living wood or living rock and leave the stone and logs untouched. I'll go ahead and double check. I mean, we've only got 8 of 32. I'll probably just run the dents up over here. And go cable, cable, cable. Anchors. And all the cables. And as you can see, they get replaced with stone. And over here, we do need to set the export bus to export round robin, and we'll get logs. Eventually, hopefully. Oak log. Oh, it fills with stone. So we do got to do the double interface. That is fine. We can do that, no problem. We'll add another export bus. Right here. A cable. And a interface. Oops. I put it down somewhere else. Add our interface and set this to oak log. Perfect. And now that this is running, what I'm thinking, we've got plenty of paint. Let's paint this whole Pure Daisy network white, so that we know that is what we are using. Looks like I need to add the paintballs to this by taking this out, putting it in. There we go. Let's make the whole Pure Daisy network white. There we go. And I just need to paint that one. Whoa. We broke it somehow. That was funky. Okay, we're good. I don't know why it did that. All right. Nice and clean. And then to make things simpler for myself, I want to make my P2P carrying lines a color. I'm thinking light blue or cyan. I kind of like cyan. What? We haven't made a cyan chicken? Are you serious? Let's do that now. We'll get a green chicken and a blue chicken. And make sure I didn't already make cyan. Nope, we made lime green. Throw lime green in the line. And we made pink. Let's get cyan, which I'm just going to double check that it is blue and green for the cyan chicken. Lapis blue, cactus green. Okay, yep, that's exactly what we got. Lapis blue, cactus green. And let's make sure all of these are topped off. Our blue chickens are kind of low here. Let's see if we have some more lapis blue chickens. Nope. We'll have to get them. Gonna need some seeds so that these chickens breed. And I'll just make some cyan dye myself. Then I'm gonna make some cyan paintballs. What is the lumen paintballs? I wonder if that works with cables. Can you make cables emit light? That'd be kind of cool. We do need more matter balls. I'm gonna change this to matter and make some more cyan paint. And then make them all lumen. That sounds kind of cool. All right. We'll come up here to our paint applicator. which has cyan, lumen, and we're gonna paint our ME network. Okay, no, it does not make cables emit light. Darn. It was worth a try. Probably works on normal blocks, but all the network parts that are carrying P2P channels, I want to be cyan so that we know what we are connecting to at all times. So let me color these. And then we're gonna get into refined storage, don't you guys worry. I get distracted with projects, but it's always fun, you know, getting through all of the various projects we are trying to do at once. Okay, and then we're gonna have to color all of these lines eventually, but for now, I'm just going to paint this top line that is carrying our, oh, painted the wrong color. There we go. That is carrying those channels. And I'm gonna just have the Fluix cable be main network. I think that'll work fine. Which does mean we need to redo some of these cables, but we'll get there eventually. That's enough dying for now. But our living wood and living rock should be generating so that when we come to do Botania, it's all set up. Now, my curiosity, right, is if the ME chunk loading works in the... I think you'd have to put another anchor. I'll place a spatial anchor right here. And this should be just one chunk. And we'll go ahead and reset here, Botania, and store. Boop, it's gone. All right. Reset, studio, place, reset, studio. Okay, now what we're gonna watch is if our living rock... Oh, it disconnected. Darn. We'll have to use a separate chunk loading method. Let me bring this back. And instead of, yeah, device offline, I'm going to, oh, we had no power. That was crazy. I'm going to add chunk loading onto this flux point. And some energy cells to make sure this keeps power while it is loading, unloading, so that it can bring itself online. Okay, that's crafting. It's gonna take a minute. We'll add some dense energy cells just to make sure this stays alive, essentially. I'm curious how much mana we have gotten in our pool. just a little bit. And we're only going to chunk load this. This is what I care about chunk loading right now. But I'd like to do it without having to go into the dimension and using FTB chunks. So we'll add some dense energy cores here. One for... 2 of them for the quantum ring. And 2 of them for the subnetwork. We'll wait for the network to boot. It's taken a second. Hopefully I didn't connect things that weren't supposed to be connected here. Why don't I disconnect these and put them here? Okay. Just waiting for this to boot. I'm gonna have to disconnect here and put here. Maybe not touch the quantum ring? No, okay, we're good. Now if we store this, which will reset Britannia store, reset studio. Don't have the energy to place the studio right now. It takes millions of power, even at our current efficiency. Yeah, it takes a lot of power. Go ahead and place it now. Let's see if our... Awesome. It is online and running, guys. Off in its own little dimension. Perfect. Why don't we see here? So we got our computer scientist. He's a bit cheaper now. Got our mason, who needs more curing. We've got our weaponsmith, who needs more curing. Our toolsmith needs more curing. And our cleric, more cures. All right. I'm gonna have to make some more weakness potions here very soon. And restock my golden apples. Gonna take a snooze. And now let's dive into a bit of refined storage. So we're gonna need some more patterns. Let's look at which ones of the extra. Those are just storage, and the crafters. So for storage, we'll look at I can speak, I swear. Extra discs. But for all the base items... Oh, wait, did that have to be that silicon? Oh, it does. It says forged silicon, so we'll give it a shot. Let's try to make a withering processor. Nope, it does say it needs the refined storage silicon. So let's make some patterns here. We do need processor binding and a quartz to silicon recipe, which we'll add down here. And now let's make sure all of our various processors work. So I actually, I think I can just type processor. Let's test a raw withering. Raw basic. Raw improved. And raw advanced. Okay, they're all working. I need just a second here, IRL. Give me just a moment. That is gorgeous. I'm so happy that's working. And we totally forgot the pattern for some of these. We'll make a raw neural processor. And then we do need the cooking patterns for the withering and the neural. Now, our current smelter is full. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 channels. We have room on this line for one more energized smelter. Let me get one of these. I'll also need the tiers. So we need basic. Oh dear. Everything's jumping around. So basic, a ultimate, an advanced, and an elite. And a pattern provider. We'll put down our pattern provider, our energized smelter, which we will say clear this config, auto eject, input, output, out the back. Then we will tier this up and give it some upgrades such as speed and energy, and give it the cooking patterns for neural and withering processor. So let's test now 100 basic. Okay, that comes on. 100 improved. 100 advanced. 100 withering. And 100 neural. Perfect, guys. And because it's been like 2 hours since I last mentioned it, the reason we're looking into it is because it has the extra disks, refined storage, which is massive storage, massive. And the elite netherite, the gold, the fancy crafters, basically. So I'm going to look at mixing storage of refined storage with the complicated network systems of applied energistics. That is the plan. Something I do need to do once these all finish. Just gonna wait a second here. Is cycle my network to get the bones out of these disk drives. But we can do that in a minute. Coming back to refined storage, we are going to need a controller. Let's go ahead and make this pattern. And then we're going to need quartz enriched iron and machine casing. And that should be it for the controller. All our crafts are done, so I'm going to cycle my cells here. Oops, that is not where I meant to put those. And that should have pulled the bones out. But the storage kind of looks the same. I'm not sure. We're going to have to see what other items there are in large stacks. An easy way to do that is to add a ME chest, which I can't type for some reason, and some quartz fiber. Holy cow, guys. Who took my ability to type? I want it back. Add that here. And some cable. That should bring this online. And what we're going to do is take out our big drive here and see what's inside of it. Sorting by number of items. Grass. Nickel. Uraninite. Wet sponge. And apatite. As well as spider eye. And silicon. And stone brick. Why is stone brick in there? Let's go add some of these to where they should be in our storage system. We're going to come to our dirt and add grass blocks, which we somehow forgot. Our stone brick, and our mob drops, spider eye, and wet sponge. Then in our CERTUS, I'm going to add silicon and fluix. That should clean up quite a few items here. What else were we trading for? Lapis, that's being stored, and fluix is being stored now. Okay, we're good. That brought us down about 100,000 items, which is good. Still got a few miscellaneous random items coming in that we'll slowly figure out what they are. But let's see now, can we make our controller? I'm going to add this troubleshooting system over here, just so that we always have it. And make a refined storage controller. I haven't made one of these in a long time, guys. Something we're going to need is... I don't want creative controllers. I just like the fancy colors. Space chamber. Oh, that's for the RF Tools builder. Hold up. Refined. There we go. Let's make a pattern for all the previous tier storage parts. So we're going to need a 1K. A 4K. a 16K, 64, and I guess that is... I thought there was a 256 by default. 64 the default for... Or wait, what if I look at uses? Oh yeah. Oh no, that is extra storage. Oh wow. Okay. Of the extra, there's two versions. There's extra storage, which does large Ks, and there is extra disks, which does M for million. So I think we're gonna do extra disk. So extra disk 256, 1024. Oh, did we make the right one here? Extra storage, extra disk. I guess we're jumping back and forth. Let's see if I can... So we want extra disk. Can I specifically request disk? Nope, it just says extra storage. All right. Which then we've got our 1024. Then we need our 4096. Our 16384. Our 65536. And our 262 million. Our 1048 million. Or mega, whatever. And we're not going to touch infinite storage. Infinite storage is dangerous. We are only going to use what the disks can get up to. I'm going to ignore infinite storage for anyone who asks why I don't put a pattern for that. Let's make a 1048 million storage disk. And that finishes all of the storage parts, which why don't we spread these out? Like so. I'm gonna need a pattern for a few things here. We're gonna need, yeah, quite a few things. We'll make the fluid storage soon. Morning, love. Just a second, saying morning to the wife. All right. Why don't we make the disk drive, create a pattern here, and a crafting grid for now. Which does require construction core and destruction core. Throw these patterns in. And let's get ourselves, we already have some disk drives. Didn't realize that. But let's get a crafting grid and see the resource cost of a $1,048 million storage disk. Uses a lot of bits or bytes in our auto crafting setup currently, which we do not have the storage for on any of ours at the moment. So AE2 wise, let's get some more 256 storage for a crafting. And I'm going to go ahead and request 8 of these. As well as some more co-processors. We're going to make like the Big Bertha processor, whose entire job is to handle the massive crafts, the big crafts. So we'll come to one of ours that is already pretty established, like this one. And I'm going to just expand it this way. And I kind of want to name it. Why don't we get a crafting monitor? Looks like we haven't made a pattern for that. Nor have we made a pattern for a storage monitor. Come back here, get a crafting monitor, and take our CERTUS knife and a iron ingot. And call this Big Bertha. We'll go ahead and name our crafting monitor. Take out one of these front co-processors and add this monitor. So now in our crafting screen, when we are requesting, which looks like our 256 crafters are ready. Let's throw them back here. And I kind of want this facing this way. If we go to request a 1000, was it 24? Or was it, oh no, that was 48? Yeah, there it is. Storage disk. We can select Big Bertha with 29 co-processors. I love it. Still gonna take a while because of all the smelting that has to happen. But while that's going, let's work on coming over to our extra storage crafting. This is what I'm really interested in for the massive crafts, such as the one I'm doing right now. Now we need all the tiers, so let's start with the netherite. Then the diamond, which looks like we have all the recipes for. The gold. And the iron. And the... oh, well, you know what? I'll come back to the iron one. And just change this to a non-colored crafter. Gonna need some patterns. and we'll get the recipe for a crafter itself. Throw these all in the system. And it's gonna be stuck waiting for other items, but we'll request a netherite crafter to explore. It's gonna take a while because it needs all these processors that the storage disk is using. But look at that go. I love seeing greens everywhere. Something we can do to help speed up this process is come over to our energized smelter and say, let her rip. I love it, guys. I mean, we've got 38 hours in our temporal pouch. We can afford speeding up some things here and there, right? Just going to X16 so that the power can keep up. I don't think it can even put items in fast enough at 32. Yeah, I can barely put items in. I think I will put auto sort on for a moment. And this is greatly speeding up our craft time here. Let's see how much we've already jumped. Oh yeah. Oh, we're cooking. I think there's a bit of silicon to make. What do you guys think? We'll just burn through some time. Try to help out our autocraft. The silicon's what's going to take the longest, I think. Because it's got like 337,000 to go. And it's not going down that fast. This might be one we have to leave running. The only downside is I have to be here accelerating it. But we could be working on our color chickens in the meantime. So there is our cyan. As well as we can top off the lapis. And add cyan to the list. What other colors should we add? We've already got black. We've got white. I don't think we have gray. Why don't we do gray next? Yeah, let's do gray. So we need our one black ink black chicken, and throw him in here with some bone white. And let them breed. Okay. We can help this process by making more silicon manually. I'm going to come over here and set up our controller and disk drive and crafting grid. And to get ourselves more silicon, we're going to use bulk smelting. So what I'm going to do is bring over a cable from underneath the base, which I should have some nearby. I think we'll grab from this side. Let me get a bunch of cable. Oh. Yeah, I don't need dense for this. We're just going to try to make a bunch of silicon to speed up our wait time here. Now to do it, we're going to use a subnetwork. So I'm going to need a annihilation pane. Why don't we block off the stream for a minute and work here. So let's get a cable with an annihilation pane and a interface. No, storage bus. A storage bus filtered to silicon. I'm gonna bring this cable over here so we can power it. We're gonna need a cable up here with a formation pane. Set to CERTUS. Drop as item. As well as another interface. And run its cable over this way. We'll add some quartz fiber to these so that we can wire them up. And then I'm going to add another storage bus. And we'll need a netherite backpack. I mean, it doesn't have to be netherite. I just, anytime we're using backpacks, we'll spend the resources to upgrade them type of thinking. We'll get a netherite backpack with some stack upgrades. Place it down here. And we already filtered with the storage bus, so I don't have to filter in the backpack. These are both online. So let's just take a anchor and a cable and export. Let's get prepared for this to turn on. CERTUS. We'll just test a few at a time here. We won't add any speed upgrades. Don't want to crash the server. Let's see. Oh, our magnet's working. So the CERTUS is dropping. Tons of it. Let's give it some speed upgrades. And then we'll make sure that those of it that turn to silicon drop here. I'm not going to do that many speed upgrades at the first, actually. Could you not? Let's go sleep while that gets going. Gotta watch our entity count. That's the danger of the bulk smelter, is it puts entities in the world. But yeah, it is turning to silicon. So at the current speed, not too many entities. Let's put it at max speed. Looks like it's smelting fast enough to not super overload. Let's see where it lands. Okay, silicon's going in. So that is the most it'll have out at a time, which actually isn't that bad. I'm going to cancel this craft. Let our silicon come in here. Oh. It is cooking, guys. And this is faster than using the furnace right now. So we'll take it. Only adds 100 entities. So that's not bad. That's not bad. Let's check the TPS. Oh yeah, we are fine. Oh no, never mind. It is not fine. Let me turn off the tick monitor and lower our speed. Let this catch up and get rid of some of the entities. It'll just take a minute here. We can see our total entity count going down. Why did it become so bad? But as we can see, this actually wasn't affecting it. That is just the current tick rate of the server. So we will have this run at max speed. Am I showing the wrong TPS when I what if I do a forge TPS? Yeah, it shows 20. Oh, I was looking at the mean tick times, not the TPS. Oh. Yeah, we're fine. We're golden, guys. We'll get our 300k silicon. Leave that running. And our netherite crafter should be done. Why don't we take a look at it? I'm going to add a point. To our controller. Oops, wrong one. Can I set power gen to be non-visible? Give me a second, guys. Power gen, network settings. The name's all there. I wanted to make it invisible. There used to be a way to do that. I don't remember it. So let's just put it on our power. And the netherite crafter, if we get a few things here, so let's come back to refined. And we're gonna need, I don't even know what upgrades go in these crafters from extra, because it didn't show them. Why don't we just try a few from refined? We'll make some patterns here. For upgrade, speed, range, crafting, stack, silk, might as well, you know. Oh, I can't encode this pattern for some reason. Interesting. Is it because of the book? Oh, enchant book stasis. It needs to be silk. We'll get a... We won't mess with the fortune ones. I don't want to drag books right now. But a regulator. And some patterns. And filter upgrades. And then we're going to need a security manager. Security card. Network card. And a wireless transmitter. A disk manipulator. And I'm looking for a crafter manager. Crafting monitor. Maybe even a storage monitor. I'm gonna craft a bunch of stuff from refined here. But I'm looking for the pattern encoding, which might be on the next page. Those are all the fluid grids, network receivers, detectors, security managers, manipulators, crafter. Why don't we type in pattern? Ah, pattern grid. There it is. And throw all of these patterns into our system. I'm going to check the status of our silicon. Up to 130K. It's almost there. And we'll go ahead and request a few of our things here. Why don't we try speed upgrades? Okay, it takes speed upgrades. I don't think there's anything else it would want, right? Because nothing else really makes sense. Yeah, it's just for speed. Let's make a crafter manager and we already have a crafting grid. We need a pattern grid. Go ahead and put these down. I'm going to put the crafter manager and pattern grid over here. In fact, I might put the pattern grid here. We'll need some patterns. And I just want to see how fast it is. That's the main goal right now. Why don't we make a basic storage disk? Just so we can be doing things here. I'll make a 64K storage disk. Now we can see our netherite crafter. So why don't we just make a pattern? Oh, what did I do with the patterns? What did I do with the patterns, guys? I swear I had them. And I thought I put... Oh, I did put them there. Haha. Okay, let's go to medium. And we're just going to make a pattern for planks. Oak log to plank. I see you. You dare approach me? And he's dead. Let's take a snooze so mobs stop spawning. Check on our silicon. It's almost to 200K. But we'll take our pattern for wood, and you know what? I'll make it exact. That should just go in the crafter, right? Now the question is, how fast is it? Oh, it's fast. Oh, it's so fast. Oh my gosh. Well, we are definitely using this for bulk crafting, guys. Holy Hannah. That was fast. Now the question is, I believe it is a relay. Let's make some patterns here. Can you guys believe how fast that netherite crafter was? That just blew my mind. Let's make a relay. and get a storage bus from applied. And we should be able to add this relay and add a storage bus. I think it's a relay. This might take a little bit of testing to be exactly sure. Add a storage bus. And we already had 10K logs. Maybe it's not the relay. We'll find out in a second. I'll grab Big Bertha's nameplate, throw it in here, and see if we see it. Nope, okay, it is not the relay. It's gotta be an interface, right? So interface, exporter, importer, add these patterns, check our silicon. Okay, 233, I think that's good enough. Why don't we shut this off? Oh, I picked up a bunch of stuff here. And we'll let this finish. Everything it's got. What I'll do is I'll just take CERTUS out of the export, and I'm gonna kind of leave this hooked up for if we ever need to bulk smelt something again. And now we'll request a 1048 storage disk. That way it only has to make a few 10,000 silicon. Let's see if we can craft our interface for refined. Uh-oh. Because of the major pattern, it can't make the items. All right, let's go speed up the furnace again for a little bit. And check on our chickens. Okay, we got our gray and a few more black. Put our gray in the list. And call that good. Something we need is to take our rice, which I'm realizing I don't think we added to the plant storage. We'll do that now. And take some of our rice with a cutting board and a knife. So let's make a cutting board. And take one of the many, many knives we have. And get some straw. Yeah, I think we have a few knives. But with this straw, we can make some more organic compost. Perfect. That will need to weather. I'm not going to worry about doing the water. We will just set it out. Maybe do a little bit of water in a channel for it now that I'm thinking about it, actually. Just because I am impatient. We'll take a couple water buckets. To make our infinite source. Oops, I went too far too fast. There we go, and this will turn into rich soil, which we will use in our botany pots for more plants, more mystical flowers, more everything. We've got a few statues to set up. Slabfish isn't used for anything, platypus isn't used for anything. Why don't we put the decorative statues over here? Can I place this? There we go. We got some of the different villager statues. Are any of them a better chance? So 10%, 10%, 10%. Nope, none of them are better. A Vindicator is way more emerald than a villager, but I don't have a Vindicator's spawn egg. Or a Vindicator spawner, I think. Only a Voker. So if we see a Vindicator again, we need to try and mob swab him. Well, with our storage disk crafting here, why don't we head to the Nether and kill some statue bats? I'm thinking. Can you go away? I'm gonna put a mega torch and see if it stops those guys from coming out of my frickin' portal. Where can I hide it? Right there. Oop. Let's try and kill some statue bats. Moose Day Modder says, "Hey Pumpkin, mechanism pipes. Can mechanism pipes evenly distribute items? Also, hi. For mechanism pipes to equally distribute items, let me actually. So like you want round robin, right? To where instead of just going to the first, it hits every machine before it comes back, right? Now, the trick, if I remember, is you're going to need your configurator. And it needs to be connected to a source. So let's say we're pulling items from point A. and we are trying to get to multiple point Bs, and we want it to put it in one machine at a time and then restart. So we're going to make sure our wrench, our configurator, is on items. Now you already know you can do the push-pull, but it is, let me remember the hotkeys here. I think, hold on, it's gonna take me a second. I haven't done round robin with mechanism pipes in a while. There is a way with the configurator to do this. I just need to figure out which it is. There's a way and a hotkey to do this. And it has to do with the configurator. Let me quickly check something. Ah, I figured it out. It is a item. You need, among the pipes of mechanism, the logistical sorter. Right here, logistical sorter. It's a filter-based advanced sorting machine that can auto-eject specified items out of and into adjacent inventories. So what it would be is from point A, the area you are pulling items from, instead of a pipe, you would have a pipe here and a logistical sorter. Why don't we actually take a look at it? Just to familiarize ourselves. And get some transporters and a few chests. We'll go ahead and put down 1, 2, oops. We'll put down 6 chests, or 5, I guess. Some transport cable. And a logistical sorter. I gotta cancel my Big Bertha craft for a second. Let's go speed up my furnace. Okay. There's our logistical sorter, and then we'll request the Big Bertha craft. But if we place down the logistical sorter, we want it to pull items out of here, so let me actually pick this back up. Wait, where did it go? Oh, there it is. So we want to pull items out of the chest. And what I want to do is send a single item round robin, and I'm just going to tell it to do unfiltered items. I'm not going to set a filter, right? Now, if I take 5 iron ingots and put them in the chest. Oh, nope, it didn't do it quite right. I think the single mode needed to be on. Let's try that again. There you go. 1 ingot to each chest. Ta-da! And you can also set networks. It's pretty nice. Yep, just the logistical sorter. That's all you need. Let's see what the Wandering Trader has. Ooh, I wish I had metal scrap. You know what we haven't done at all is find the Tetra Ancient Dungeons. We'll have to do that in a future stream. Yeah, no worries, Moose. I got you. Let's head into the Nether. And I was attacked by a boss. And we're gonna look for statue bats. Instead of looking for them in caves. We're gonna look for them here in the Nether. I am curious. Either I'm lagging or something, but I can't pull up the settings. For some reason I can't pull up the map settings right now. If I press S, I can. Interesting. I'm playing a mechanical mastery pack, so I'm messing around with a lot of tech mods. There are many gaps in my knowledge. Well, if there's any time I can help, I'll do my best. Okay, we can't do biome or entity filtering, unfortunately. So we don't have a solid way to just see statue bats. So it might be better to just add a dark room by our base for statue bats and kill them that way. Oh, someone's base is right here. Should we see who it is? It's probably relatable. I'm not gonna spoil anything. But I just want to see whose base it is. Oh, it's the message. Okay. Cool. Interesting. I'm gonna head home. Speed up our furnace. And then I think what I'm going to do... Oh, did our interface craft? Let's test this real fast. Do we now see Big Bertha? Dang. So it's not an interface to do this. What is it? I think someone posted in my Discord a while ago a picture of how to do refined storage and AE connections. A while ago. Let me see. If I can find it. Ah, here's the picture. Oh. It's A disk manipulator. Or no. It's an interface and a storage bus. But it has to be through an MEIO port. That's just to move items. Interesting. That's not to see the inventory. Can I... You know, I'll do some more testing. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this rather long stream of FTB One with the Ascended Crafters. We got a lot done today, and there's a lot more to come. Especially once you guys learn why I am doing the refined storage massive storage. It's going to be quite a special video. It's going to take me a while to work on, and I might release it as an episode instead of a stream. So for the next couple days, I might only be live in other mod packs, but know that I am still playing FTB One and working on a very special project. I hope to see you all in the future streams and videos, but for now, thank you for watching. Bye-bye.